Right, so there's this tool called Yo Teach, and this is a great place. It's like a back channel chat, a digital classroom that you can go into that has a live discussion board. So there's no refreshing, um, and students can respond to each other. They can ask questions, and there's even a collaborative workspace that you can send groups to work for certain things as well. So to make a room, what you'll do is you'll give it a title, my back channel room. You can give it a description if you want, but you don't have to. Um, I usually hide from search results. That way, no average person can find my room and get into it. Another way around that is if you don't want to hide from search results, you can enable entry password. And that way, if somebody does go into it that's not supposed to, they still would need to know the password before they can get into it. So I choose one of these, whichever works best for you and your students. Um, I always recommend the teacher to enable admin features. That way you can delete student comments if you need to. You can switch back and forth between different modes. There's just a lot of stuff you can do with it, which is handy. Um, then you need to put in a password. And it's nice that they give us a restore password just in case you forget. And then you can create your room. All right, so here's a room before anybody is in. Let's see some of the things that you can do with it. This enable voice is nice here because it will read anything that comes up onto the screen. So any students that might need things read to them, voice enabling, this would be a great tool to help support them. Down here, this is where you will put what you're going to post onto the post board. And here's this. This is where all of your students' messages and conversations and projects will all be posted here. So the default thing you can do is type. Hello, class. Once you've typed it, you put it in and post it by clicking on this paper airplane. And it goes right on in. Something else you can post would be drawing. So if you click the drawing, it takes you out into like a whiteboard feature. And then you can, of course, change colors and do all that good stuff. But you can draw. And the nice cool thing about the drawing feature is that if you click this, it gives suggested drawings for what you have drawn. So it's kind of cool to see what they think you might be drawing on here. I wasn't really trying to draw anything in particular. But if you decide you want to switch it to something that is listed in the suggested drawings, then you just click on it and it replaces what you've drawn with that. Right, and of course, there's always the erase and the texting tool. Right. You of course, can move things around, make them bigger, smaller, depending on what you need for your project. Right. Once you are ready to post it, you click this send button right over here, and it loads it right into your chat. Now, you also can add in pictures. So if you come to your pictures, you can select the one that you want. All right, sometimes it takes a minute to go in depending on the size of the picture. Once again, you can still write on it. This is pretty much the same whiteboard as the other one was. You can do all the same things with it. Um, this one just allows you to enter a picture into it. Right, once you're ready to load it, you click the send button and it goes right on in. Students, you could have them load the picture and then they could type up different information that they learned about that particular project or whatever is pictured on there. This landform, maybe it's a person. All right. Now this is really cool for math teachers. This one down here. What it'll allow you to do is it'll allow you to write your math problem. So if I write x plus y squared equals 12 minus x cubed, what it'll do is it'll translate it then to typed. Because things like exponents and fractions and other calculus and algebra equations, you can't always type them up easily. So this is a great way to get them typed up, and then you can just click send, and it loads it right into your back channel chat there. Now, if you want to see other people what other students have entered the classroom, you can click on here, but it's only me in this particular one. Right now, this is a cool feature that YoTeach has. This is a collaborative workspace. So if you click on it, it will ask you to name your workspace. So you could call it Group 3 Project, or you could have a student even create a collaborative space. All right. And then once you click OK, it brings you to this project. Now, if it's a student who's creating this project, they can just go in and they can add pictures, they can add text, they can draw to create whatever it is they need to create. And then once they are done, they can click the X button to leave it. Now, you as a teacher then can go in and see how they are working in their collaborative space. Now, how do the other students access it? Or if you create the collaborative space, how do all the students access it? Well, notice it goes into the chat box. So all they have to do is click Launch Spaceboard, and they can all go right in and work in this one space. Now, let's say you want to get up into your admin. You just click on where it says admin, you type in your password, and then admin login, and you can see what is available for you to use. You can get a transcript of your chat once everything is done. Let's say you use the same chat room for different classes, and you just want to clear it after one class is done before you move on to the next. You can do that there. For the word cloud, what it does is it takes all of your posts that you've done and created a word cloud of it. So that's kind of a cool feature. This profanity filter lets you know if any profanity gets posted on there. CSV creates a CSV file of your messages. So you can switch back and forth between vote mode and chat mode. Basically, if you're in vote mode, then notice how this little plus sign. So it's kind of like liking things. You can decide if you want that on or not. All right, and if you're tired of this room, you don't want it anymore, you can get rid of it. All right, so now let's see what are some of the things that you can do with these posts. You can reply to them. So when you click reply, you just type in the same chat box, but it says who you are replying to. This makes a text to speech with the speaker. So that's nice for your students who need that accommodation, need a little help reading that. You've got some translator tools here. Now this one is nice. If a student asks a question and they want it like bolded and they want you to know this is an important question, they can click needs help. That tells you that you need to come to this one as soon as possible. Now, if all of your students need help, of course, um, you'll have to go in order. So that's one of the nice things about this. Yes, they ask for help, but you can see what order to go in by the order that the posts have been posted. This one allows you to pin things to the top if you want to, so everybody can see them. If a question is important and you want to make sure everybody sees it, you can click with the star and it makes it, actually it's green if it needs help question and it's important. If it turns yellow, that means it's just a good question. Now, let's say you want somebody is being really silly. You've given them warnings and they're still not treating this with the proper decorum. This allows you to mute the user if you so choose, right? And then it gives you that, oh no, they're muted sign. Right? If you have any files that you want to delete, you can just click the delete button and they will go away. And now this room options up here, this one allows you to change the name of the room, do reverse message order, like maybe the older ones on top. You can enable voice for everybody through here, create the QR code here if you need to. And then this try new layout, it allows you to see a different layout of the YoChat classroom. So this is just an updated version of that. Right, so you can play around, see which version of the chat you like better. So this is YoTeach. It has a bunch of capabilities that may come in useful during e-learning and even during regular classes. It's a great way to have students ask questions during projects, and you can keep track of what order they've asked them in and who needs help. Um, so have fun in this YoTeach and in your conversations with your students.